All right, so the other day, me and Randolph did a podcast, hence this setup, and we talked about a certain topic involving Shane Dawson and Jake Paul. This is a clip from that. The actual podcast will be on iTunes. There's a link to it in the description down below. We normally take a topic and put it on this channel if it's like a good enough topic. So this is one of them, hence this picture of Jake Paul and the Martinez twins, which I don't know if you can even see, but yeah, it's the one from JJ's
On Point music video.
On Point, yeah.
But also, guys, what we spoke about on the podcast was...
What? I just said that.
No. I want to give him like a teaser. What the intro, the stories that we told.
Oh, no, I don't want. Well, basically, we spoke about some things like our LA trip and stuff like that. So that's all
if you
on
want
iTunes.
That on iTunes, when you say iTunes, it's also on the podcast app on the iPhone.
Yeah, it's on all.
This guy's old, doesn't know.
It'll be on the old podcasts are old.
They're the new thing.
Shane Dawson's the new thing. Speaking of Shane Dawson, let's get into the topic.
Sweet.
So basically, Shane Dawson released this documentary on Jake Paul.
Yeah.
The dark mind of Jake Paul, the mind of Jake Paul, the dark side of Jake Paul, the mind of Jake Paul, the family of Jake Paul, the blah, blah, blah of Jake Paul, Jake Paul,
none of them have really been about Jake Paul.
No.
They have.
Well, it's an 8-part series.
8-part, and I think, I don't even know which one we're at now. I think we're on 5.
5 has been
6
released.
is coming, right?
6 just got delayed, I think.
It's coming with Alyssa Violet.
Yes.
Yeah. But we watched the first 2 in LA.
So basically, Shane Dawson did a documentary on Jeffree Star. He did one on Tana Mongeau. Mm-hmm. Both very controversial people. Then he moved on to Jake Paul. And each one, I think the first one was like 3 parts. The next one was 5 parts. This one's now 8 parts. All of them sponsored.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like, I accepted it because it was... I mean, it's fair play. They're good videos. They're 45 minutes long. They're good video. They are good documentaries.
In the side of being successful on YouTube in growth, subscriber wise, and also monetary wise, it's a sick idea.
Yeah,
he's done bits.
But he's done them well as well.
Yeah. So like I don't even know. It's on like 18 million views. I think 20. The first 2 are on 20 million views.
20, and the next was like 15 or 16.
Brand deal at the start, probably like their ads. And so he's making a lot of money right now, and growth is huge. It's a good idea.
Yeah, but this one has been the Jeffree Star, the Tanner one, both very good.
Yeah.
This one, it feels like a money grab.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. I haven't seen the last couple.
Well, I've seen. Let's just say what we've seen first, so people understand we can't talk about the whole thing as a whole. I've seen number 1, number 2.
1 and 2 together.
Yeah, skip 3, and I watched 4.
Skip 3. I've seen most of 5.
Oh,
yeah.
I need to watch that one.
So 5 basically is the first time he's actually with Jake Paul.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is an 8-part series about Jake Paul. You need to have Jake Paul in the series.
You do, yeah.
I was accepting 1, maybe 2 of an 8-part series without Jake Paul.
Well, it's
the
first
one.
Yeah,
first one
or at least, thing is, having Nick Crompton is fine, I think. Having people who affect... Yeah.
So the first one I was like, okay, this could be everything around Jake Paul, what he's done, why I'm doing it. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. That's
fair enough. But he made it into like a 45-minute video. It was very long. It wasn't even him. It was iNabber the whole time. Yeah,
he was good there, right?
He was very good.
He did it well, yeah.
But it was just him. Then the next episode...
That was a controversial one.
That was the one about the sociopath. It was just that random woman going like, you're a sociopath if you do this. And if you do this. And if you do this. And we all do all of them.
Yeah, we all felt like, especially if you're a YouTuber... that we do YouTube, you feel bad because you think like just because we're working on a certain idea or just because we're pushing to get a certain clip for the benefit of the vlog means that you're a sociopath. Yeah. So like it's a tough, it's like a hard line to cross because Jake like is a good YouTuber pretty much.
He's very good
YouTube wise, he's a good YouTuber. Like he knows what to do. He just takes things too far. Yeah. Like see, like a good person to compare him. Logan. Yeah, same with Logan. So a good person to compare both of them to is David Dobrik because he does like crazy stuff with his friends as well. Yeah. But it always seems like he's got more control over it. Like he's like either they are more willing to do it and his
is just less public, I think. Like his will be okay. We're gonna set something on fire in the garden. Yeah. So it's kind of like, yes, that is a public disturbance almost, but it's in his grounds. Yeah. Jake will go out and stand on the news van. Yeah. That's not his property. Yeah. So that's when other members of the public can start going like, oh, this is too far.
Yeah. And I think Jake wants his vlogs to be seen as real, whereas people know, and even David Dobrik portrays that he's all set up. Yeah. Like not everything's set up, but he'll be like, he'll put it out there that I've made these guys do this, or I've asked them to do this. And
he does it multiple times as well, where he'll stop it and go like, oh, okay, so I just told him to do this and this actually ended up happening. Yeah. And it's like, okay, so that was set up, but he's open about it.
Yeah, because I think the points that Shane Dawson made about Jake Paul, you could easily say that affects David Dobrik as well. You could say he's a sociopath. And I'm watching it. Well, we all are. You're watching it as well. I'm watching it like, well, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'll set something up, or I'll have an idea to do something for views because it will do better.
Yeah,
that's how YouTube works. Yeah. That's what we do.
If you're sitting there just going like, okay, I'm gonna do a podcast about nothing.
Yeah,
that's how you don't get views.
Exactly. Yeah, we're even for this podcast now. We're like, right, we can talk about stories and that. That's what people are going to enjoy to listen to on the iTunes podcast.
Yeah.
But because we want to put this on the second channel as well and upload like standalone clips, they have to be good enough to go on there. So we're like, let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. But anyway, yeah, I think the is she actually the woman? Is she like a psychiatrist?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
But
so
she's
like,
very pro Shane.
Well, she's pro Shane, and I think she's just got a vendetta against YouTubers as a whole.
Yeah,
like it seemed like that episode seemed like she was just out to get YouTubers rather than what's the case in point here.
Yeah,
because like everyone wanted to see that series. The way the trailers portrayed the series, everyone wanted to see Jake Paul get exposed.
Yeah,
but also it can't be unfair towards him.
So episode 5, basically, just to sum it up, he comes across as a very nice guy, Jake.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people came like I saw Keemstar do it. He was like, a lot of people came away from it going, oh, Jake's actually quite a nice guy.
Yeah.
So the only thing that really stood out was the fact that Jake then says in it, he goes, Chance and Anthony.
Yeah.
Obviously Chance left. He stole their channel. They had a shared channel.
Yeah. Well,
and he stole it. But then Chance then tweeted saying,
I saw those.
Yeah, I put myself as an admin on the account so that they couldn't kick me off because I knew they might try. And they did try.
Yeah.
And they kicked him off, but because he had added himself, he's managed to get back on and he kicked all of the others off. Then messaged Anthony and said, I'm willing to still split it.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
And Anthony said, don't worry, we've already worked something out. I'm going to get Jake's second channel.
Did you see he actually also posted a tweet as well? No, sorry, not a tweet. He posted a text conversation with
who Chance did.
Who left? Chance left.
Chance left.
Yeah, he posted his conversation with Anthony.
Yeah,
and Anthony was like, "Yeah, don't worry, I've sorted it."
Yeah, so it's like, Jake has just lied in that documentary.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a tough one, really.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it all comes down to Greg.
Yeah,
the dad.
It seems like he's the
That's what Nick said. It's what all of them
Nick
say.
was like, he's the guy who broke Team 10 apart. He's the one who like dissolved it, really. But also Jake's point of view, like this is why it's hard. This is why it's hard if you're a person who lies. This is why it's hard being a liar, because you get deep into the lies.
Yeah.
Like, say for example, the situation where Banks apparently clotheslined that girl, Meg or whatever.
Yeah.
Like in that, I think I saw a clip in Keen's video or something where they said that was real. That actually did happen.
Yeah. So that's in the next episode.
Next one. Yeah. So I think that's where it's going to all fall apart, because if you're Jake Paul, you actually can't say, you can tell the truth, but you can't in that context. You can't do it without being like, look, I need to come clean about everything, and I'm going to start a new chapter. Because if Shane's like, was that real? And you're like, no, then you look so bad. Like everything you did in those videos, you look so bad.
That's like 20 million views.
Yeah. So you almost have to. Jake's in a situation where he has to kind of say yes.
Yeah.
Because he
does.
If he lies, if he tells the truth and says no, then he looks bad. But all he's doing is delaying the inevitable. Yeah. When the truth comes out, it's going to be even a bigger thing. That's why, guys, don't lie, because you always get yourself in there.
That's why.
That's the truth, though, because if he's like lying about everything.
Well, because did you see the whole thing about this? So this is actually like perfect example. This is Jake as a woman, and then we have a painting next to us for everyone listening on the podcast.
Yeah. Sorry.
So the Martinez twins are like being held as babies. So,
but also, more context, we have this because this was used in JJ's on-point music video.
Yeah, we don't just have pictures of Jake Paul as a woman. But basically, they always said that he bullied them.
Yeah.
And then Nick Crompton, who came out and said, yeah, it was all set up. Everything was fake.
Yeah.
So now they look really bad.
Yeah. And
it's kind of like, oh, okay, well, I mean, me as a YouTuber, I was pretty certain most of it was fake anyway.
Yeah.
Because, it's like the 24-hour handcuff challenges that everyone does.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry to tell you this, everyone, but 99% of them are fake.
Yeah, like who? Yeah, because it's
if they change clothes, they're fake. Just to clear that up.
Logistically, yeah, that's the main breaker. But logistically, what's the point? It's impossible to do unless you. It's not impossible.
If you live together, it's not impossible.
Yeah, you just have to have a camera guy.
Be very comfortable with each other as well.
Yeah, and share everything. But the thing about this is like, I saw the Nick Crompton one.
Yeah.
And again, this is my opinion. I don't know if this is true or not. What it seemed like to me, and I'm sorry, Nick, if you're watching. I'm sorry.
Nick. Shout out, Nick.
Yeah, shout out, Nick. He seems like a cool guy, to be honest. I was following him. I actually was following him before he joined Team 10.
Mad.
It was so weird,
He used to be he used to work as a manager or something, didn't he?
Like a social company. Yeah, so he used to get brand deals for people, stuff like that. But I knew him as a YouTuber, I think. I don't know how it happened. I came across his content and just started subscribing and following him and that. And then the next minute, I kind of like forgot about him for a little bit. And the next minute, I see him in Team 10, like doing millions with all them. Like, I'm like, wow, that's impressive. Like, because he was the brains behind it as well.
Yeah.
Team 10 was his idea.
He's a smart guy.
He was like, I want to set this up. I want to find someone pointing him in the direction of Jake. Because remember, he's from the UK, he's from America. So he got set up. But the way he was sounding in that, is like, I don't know if he's being genuine. He definitely could have been telling the truth. But also, he's about to start his new ventures.
Yeah, he's just started.
He's starting a podcast as well. And I think it's a bad idea to kind of go against Jake.
Yeah.
So he could be saying to Jake, like, look, let's
he could be getting some promotion from it, kind of thing. Like, oh yeah, Jake will promote it a little bit.
I'm not saying that is the case.
No,
I'm saying,
I know.
I'm saying that could be the case.
Theory,
yeah. So you don't know. Just by doing interviews, you don't know if people are telling the truth. That's why I think the Shane Dawson thing, he hasn't really done any research by anything. He's just asking people.
Yeah, like the first episode, I never tells him things that were
obvious,
like basic knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Jake stood on a news van. And he's like, what?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. I didn't know I know who those guys are, but at first glance, I didn't know who they were. I couldn't remember, but I still know everything that's gone on with Jake Paul.
That's what I mean. I don't know. I feel like this documentary was a bit too, like, every trailer he's done for it has made it look amazing.
Which fair play, because that's a good way to hype the series up.
Yeah, but that's why everyone watched it.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I remember I asked the two, I was like, have you seen this trailer? Like, I can't wait to see Jake Paul get exposed.
Then he did the extended one as well, amazing. And I was just like, I don't know, I think this one's been a bit weak.
Yeah, I think this whole thing is like it seems to me like it's the research before starting the series.
Yeah, it's like 5, 6, 7, 8 is that's the documentary.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it is just kind of like, oh, this is telling you everything you know.
Yeah, which is fair enough. I'm just saying, don't make them 40 minutes. You don't even need to. You don't need to make them that long.
There's no need, but I guess I don't know, it's kind of like, it's like the whole 10-minute thing in it of YouTube. Everyone makes videos 10 minutes. I do it. You make 10-minute videos because that's how we make a living.
Yeah, yeah. And if you do 40 minutes, you can spread the ads out to make it seem like there's not too many on there.
Yeah.
But also one issue I have with the show in general is that I don't like how they he hasn't made it all beforehand.
He hasn't edited it together. He's recorded it. He's finished recording it already.
Okay.
But he did that one tweet where he basically went, "Oh, I'm getting a lot of stick for not being."
But even in one of the episodes, he actually came out in the intro of it, like the 2 minutes of it was like addressing like, oh, some things of like, he must have filmed that afterwards, but he's got in and been like, this is that. But I think that's wrong because like he like, good or bad, the comments definitely have like swayed his opinion on the documentary.
Oh, 100%.
And it should have just been like, this is my opinion.
But the thing is, it's because his normal content is over dramatic, blah blah blah. But now this has gone beyond his normal content.
Yeah.
Because his normal content, I don't know, like 5 million views or whatever.
Yeah.
This is now getting 20 million views.
Yeah.
So now there's the mainstream watching it who are not going to want what his audience want.
Yeah.
So now he's kind of there. He can either make it for his audience and stick to that and he'll get a lot of hate from the general, or he can try and make it more for the general, but his hardcore audience will hate it.
Yeah.
So it's like a tough thing to try and get in between.
Yeah.
So now it's like, which one do you go for? And I don't know. I don't know if he's found either.
Nah, I don't. But for him, it's definitely a good thing. For Jake Paul, I think still is a good thing. If you like, Jake Paul's doing really well right now.
Yeah, and especially episode 5, he does come across well. Yep. So people are looking at it and going like, "Oh, we were wrong about Jake." Blah blah blah. So I mean,
the point is, I don't think we're actually gonna. The documentary was meant to be a documentary where we find out the real life of Jake Paul. Yeah. I thought when he announced it, it was gonna be a case where Shane's with him for like a week.
That's what I thought.
And he films what happens. He finds out about, like, he tells Jake to vlog normally and he figures it out. It's kind of like he's just talked about it. Talked about asking people who Jake Paul is. You're not going to find. I thought this documentary, I was going to find out who Jake Paul really is, because we have this discussion a lot. We like Jake and Logan. Like, are they cool guys or are they not cool guys? Like, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, you don't know what they're actually like off camera.
You don't know, and you don't know unless even if you meet them, you don't know truly.
Yeah.
But this documentary hasn't done that. It's going to let me know whether he lied about the Alyssa Violet thing. It's going to let me know people's opinions. But they could we already kind of know people's opinions because they'll tweet it or they can do it on their own platform. I think what this is good. The good thing about this, I think a lot of people are going to be more outspoken after this. I think like Alyssa and everyone else who's been involved might make their own videos and talk about their experiences themselves.
Yeah, but we have done that before already.
Yeah, true. So we didn't need this documentary to tell us that.
No,
we needed this documentary to literally go into the life of Jake Paul.
Yeah,
but there are 3 more parts. It could get better.
2 more parts. Yeah, it's just really annoying. The most annoying thing is in the trailer. He goes, "Oh, what are you worried about?" And he goes, that Jake's going to be pissed off when he finds why I'm actually doing this, or something like. He says something along those lines.
Yeah, so I think we can already know what that means. I think that means him, because you know the psychiatrist that goes with him.
Yeah, so it is him trying to find out if he's a sociopath.
Yeah, but Jake Paul didn't know that she was that.
Jake thought it was just a documentary on his life.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of annoying because
they put the psychiatrist in there. I don't know her name, that's why I'm not going about it. But they said to Jake, "This is just my friend helping with the documentary," and then she actually is judging him. Yeah. So I think that is where he's like, "I hope he's not mad that we've done this." But I don't know. I'm
not exactly the happiest with the documentary in general, just because I've seen the Jeffree Star one, and I know that one was actually pretty good. Yeah. And I don't think this one's lived up to it.
Well, I haven't seen that one, but from what I've seen of it, I think Shane goes into her life, right? His life.
Yeah. Like
he goes and actually talks to her a lot of the time.
Well, I think it's almost the same as the Jake Paul one, but it's just not dragged over 8 parts.
Okay.
So it's kind of like
I haven't seen the Jeffree Star, so.
Well, as in like it's not, the first 2 parts aren't talking about who he is. Then the next one is a psychiatrist.
It's just straight in there.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, this is Jeffree Star.
Yeah, episode 2 was that was a really bad.
That was really bad.
The bigger point, because I've been looking at this whole better health thing as well. Yeah, and the fact that he did an advert. I actually don't know if the advert was for the first or second one. I think it was for the second one.
I think it was the second one.
Yeah, so the fact that he's literally making sociopath a thing that is, I know he said there's one in 25 people are a sociopath, but I also don't think a sociopath is as bad as a psychopath. He's blurring the lines between psychopath and sociopath.
It's literally, Logan said it in his video. He kind of explained it well. You're not a sociopath. It's not you're a sociopath. You're not a sociopath.
Yeah.
There's a sociopathic
scale. Spectrum.
Yeah. And it's like you're somewhere on that. The only thing Logan Paul said, which was wrong, was he just went, basically what it comes down to is a sociopath is just more savage. Considering he has merch that says savage, I'm a savage.
Yeah, that's not great.
It's not the best, but that's what it is, effectively. It is like, not the savage part, the spectrum.
Yeah. But what my point is, especially when I found out that the better health thing is they get paid per person that signs up, which is really bad. It's like, basically, making people think that maybe they're a sociopath as well, and then getting them to then sign up to Better Health to make the creator money.
Yeah, especially after the episode
so bad.
Of her being like, so you're a sociopath if you do this. Yeah. This. Then her saying that, the fact that everyone in the room we watched JJ, us two.
Even Leon.
Yeah, everyone was like, I think I'm a sociopath. Yeah. The fact to then go like, oh, if you think you have anything or you want to talk about anything, check out this.
Sign up, I'll get $100.
And that's really bad.
And also that it's even worse than that. That's a really. I watched a video about the Better Health with JJ, and when we were like, okay, and it's not too bad. Like the company sounds a bit dodgy, but people should know this about them. But then when we heard that part, we were like, whoa, because the reason it's so even more bad is the fact that mental health is something that people should talk about more. Yeah. But now it's becoming like, I don't know if people are talking about it more because they're trying to sell something.
Yeah, I know.
Or because they're actually talking about their opinions.
What you mean. I know what you mean.
And at that point, it's like, well, then talk about it less. But it's like, don't talk about it less because people need to, it needs to be spoken about. Because even I had times where I was like going through dark points as well. But it's like, if I watch a video that was like, you really need to get better help, I'd be like, okay, I'll try it out. And then it's like,
and then $200 gone. Yeah. And you're like, okay, well, now I'm in a worse place.
Yeah. But I think in general, the documentary is like, it's content wise, it's in the way it's put together is good. Yeah. And it's well always, it's very well made. It's always going to be controversial. I think he, and it's not a negative point against Shane. I think it's a hard thing to do a documentary. It's just like, it's going to have a lot of talking points. And there's going to be good points. It's going to be bad points. But I hope Shane doesn't get disheartened. Because that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid of after everyone came out with the backlash of season 2, he's going to make it more, he's going to censor it a certain way. And I was like, just do what your plan was. Yeah. Right or wrong, that's what it is.
But yeah, just do it and let everyone judge after the whole thing's out. Yeah. We were talking about if it'd be interesting to see if he did it as like a Netflix thing and just everything out at once.
One time, yeah.
I think it wouldn't have worked on YouTube.
No, I think in terms of like the algorithm and putting videos out, it wouldn't have done as well. Yeah. But
each one gets number 1 on trending every time. Yeah. You wouldn't have done that if you'd put out. Exactly. Although you could have done like a, like when Drake releases an album, something it's like 7 of the top 10.
Yeah. But what I think is right is you should have made it all before.
Yeah.
He should have had it already and just staggered the.
Yeah, he should have gone on holiday. He should have just
he should have
set it to go, and that's it.
Yeah, because then you can see his channel. Well, imagine if you had 8 videos of that magnitude, like not scheduled but ready to go up. Yeah, and you're on holiday. Yeah. You know that your channel
on your holiday, you're like
stressing.
You're worried because you're like, I need to have videos out. I need to get ready. Blah blah blah. Then you look at your channel while you're away, and you're like, for some reason, it didn't do as well.
Yeah, you get back and it's dead, and you're jet lagged, and you can't make more videos.
And this one, you're like, you come back, and you're like, wow, I did 400 million views last month.
Yeah,
that was all right.
And I can go on holiday again because I've earned a decent amount. Yeah. So,
well, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. It's just a case of waiting and seeing. The episodes might be out by the time this is out. Who knows?
Yeah, true. I'm still gonna watch the rest of them.
Yeah, I'll watch them now, especially now Jake's in it.
Yeah. I wish I'm looking forward to the Alyssa one. I didn't watch episode 3. I just heard that it wasn't like that great. It wasn't needed to watch. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it on the Shane.
That's it.
Shane Paul and Jake Dawson topic.
Yeah,
I'm still not calling my kid Jake. Not because of him. Just don't like the name.
I think Jake's got a cool name.
Really?
Yeah.
Jacob.
I think Shane's quite a cool name.
That's my second name. Oh, damn it. Now they have my full name.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna make it to episode 2 of the podcast.
No, you're not. Well, some random guy sitting there like, no, I'm him.
He's like, my name's Andrew.
I've stolen his identity now.
Yep. That'd be weird. Imagine that happened. Like if just like randomly, like literally, like say I'm at the house, and then I'm like, right, see you tomorrow, Simon. You're like, yeah, okay. And then the next day I'm like, Simon, you ready? And you're like, yeah. It's not you anymore.
Because they stole my identity.
Yeah, but like they've done it so quick that it's like the next day you're just a different person. But they know everything about you that they are you.
That would be weird.
You know that's a scary point about AI.
Yeah. That's
because they technically know everything about you. And they can learn to know everything about you.
Yeah, it'll be fine. AI's fine.
It's not fine.
That's another talk.
We'll talk about next podcast. I'm going to talk about this, but it's not okay.
We can talk about that next time.
It's not just let you know. It's not, okay, I'm going to set the next
nightmares already.
I'm going to set the next podcast up for those who. I'm going to set the next podcast up like Shane Dawson did.
Okay.
What you think about AI is not okay.
What do you worry the most about them?
They're going to ruin me and take my identity and kill me. Dun, dun, dun.
That was
bad, yeah. In my head, I was like, I'm going to make it sick, and then I just backed out. I got nervous.
Okay, well, I think we need to end the podcast there for today.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm excited for this. It's going to be really cool. We'll just sit down and chat.
Yeah, it's also not a weekly thing, just to clear that out. It's not like a set weekly thing. It might become a weekly thing, but it's not set. We don't have a set day. No. It's just whenever we can.
We're just going to try and make sure that we bring it you as often as we can.
Bring it you. Yeah.
We'll bring it to you. Next podcast, Simon insults my accent even more.
Yep.
All right, see you there. Peace.
Get fucking data.
Shut up.
All right, peace.
Shut up. Bye. Would you have an aquarium in your house?
I used to have goldfish.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sad when they died. I was a little bit sad. I was like, that sounds like a sociopath. That's really...
Well, everyone is one.
Everyone is. I'm a YouTuber. I am one.